ahead and start it. I'm just going to talk through some stuff. I'd like to go over at least getting you started on the research project piece, which is module 2 for Word. And then I just want to show you where all the components are inside MindTap. There seems to be some question. People are still having a little confusion, and that's probably normal because we're not there. So you can't come and ask me. I mean, it's kind of a challenge to do it. So let me share my screen. And I'm just going to share my screen and pop over here so you can see it. Can you all see this? I'm in Blackboard now.
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, great, thanks. You have to communicate with me because I can't see anything other than this screen, which is Blackboard now. So to get there, some students are having problems trying to gain access to MindTap. So all you're going to do is go into our class, click on the MindTap link, and then come down and click on MindTap or on our course. And it will load and take you over to a screen that looks like this. You guys got a pretty good average going. When you look at our roadmap to success, which is the course schedule, there are 5 modules that you have to read. You're going to read about hardware, you'll read about operating systems, software, security and safety, and networking. And you'll see that those are spread throughout our course schedule. And so if you look at our course schedule, last week you should have finished module 3, which is this one here on hardware. And so when you click on these modules, you'll see things with little red dots. Those red dots, as it says, count towards grades. So those are the things that you should do in every module on the concept portion. Those are required for grading. But what I will say is on this concept exam, it's in your best interest to read these other little sections that aren't required. It's kind of understood you'll do the readings and then do the skill training and then do the concept exam. I personally don't have any way to track that, but I can tell you it'll make it easier for you on the skills training and the concept exam if you read through these 3 modules, right, or these 3 reading sections right here, because they'll explain what you're going to be tested over down here. Now, these modules and this kind of work, you're graded on these activities. They're a portion of your overall course grade. So for every concept module, computer concepts, you're going to see where you're going to have a video, and then you'll have 2 or 3 different assignments here that are important. They're gradable events. So that's the concept side. You should have finished module 3 last week or soon. I know I've been getting a lot of questions about, well, I think I finished everything. Nothing's due until October. Well, that's not right. That's not true. Things are due the week they're assigned. And it says that all work assigned is due the Sunday of the week assigned by 11:59 p.m. on our course schedule piece. What you see in MindTap as due dates are that's the date that these assignments will off the screen and you won't have access to them anymore. So as a student, I would encourage you to keep up with your weekly assignments and don't worry about the due dates in MindTap, because that's when it goes away. Stay focused on the fact that this roadmap to success, this course schedule, this is what you want to follow. Okay, because if I had put the due date for computer hardware back on whatever, September 13th or September 8th or 7th, 6th, I think. Yeah, September 6th, it would no longer be in mind. So I'm leaving it out there until the first exam. So so the due dates are based on the week they're assigned. That's when they're due. Is there wiggle room? Yes. But don't procrastinate on everything, because if you do, then you'll find yourself behind the 8 ball and struggling to get caught up. Because there's a lot. There's a little bit, I drip it on you, but if you wait for a month, then all of a sudden you have a month of drips that you've got, that whole bucket you've got to finish, right? Yeah. So anyway, this is the concept portion. For this week and next week, you're just going to be working on words. So there's very little reading. In week 5, we're in week 3. So in week 5, you'll actually be doing operating systems and file management. Can you work ahead? Absolutely. Not a problem for me. So that's the concept portion. So the lab that's due this week is creating a research paper. So you'll click on module 2. I strongly encourage you to read the module. You don't have to complete the activities, but read through this module because it gives you a general idea of where you're heading, what it is you're going to be expected to do. And then again, the training, when you click on training, you have to do the red dots, counts towards exam. And you go through the training, and the training is going to be the same for all the modules, basically. It's going to be an observe, practice, and an apply. The gradable event on this is the apply. So all this is doing a video of what they want you to do. So if you observe it, it will walk you through how to do whatever task it is they're asking you to do. I can click up on the menu bar and I can see all of the tasks. Looks like there are 12. Okay. And I can click on any one of them I want to go to, and I can switch myself around. You will have 3 attempts per question, per task. Not 3 attempts to this whole training, 3 attempts on each task. So if you try the apply and you can't, it says delete the Lee, Dana source from the current document only. If you don't know how to do that, go back to the observe or the practice and it walk you through it. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it will actually, the observe will walk you through it, where the practice will ask, it'll talk you through it, but you'll actually do the clicking and the whatever they want you to do, okay? So you can see it's active. If I were to click on it, it would then move on to the next portion of this task. So again, if you don't know how to do the apply, you have 3 chances to make that happen. And if you can't, you'll lose points for that task. So just go back to the observe and the practice and get it. Let me close that. Close that, sorry. Oops, let me close that. All right, and then I'm going to close out of this piece, and I'm going to go into module project 1. So whenever you start, because this is also, no one knew where to, or a lot of people did, but there were a number of students that didn't know where to upload the document for grading. So every project or textbook project or anything like that that you go into, they're always going to give you the instruction file. So you're going to load that. Okay. And it's going to walk you through exactly what it wants you to do. It's going to tell you to open this file, save it with this name, and then continue through the steps. And this one has 9 steps. No, 13 steps. Yeah, 13 steps. And then what it's going to show you at the very end, this is showing you how to fill in a form. Again, filling in another form, because you're going to fill in periodical information or sources for your research paper. But it will show you in the end of the document exactly what your document should look like. I'll tell you this, it's close. Sometimes there are some that are just a little bit off, so don't freak out over that. Go ahead and submit it, let it grade it, and make sure that it's just not a difference between what their system was doing and the layout of their document versus the layout of your document. It should be similar and very, very close. But once you work through these steps, using the start file and any support files that are provided, don't go out and create it from scratch. Don't go out and figure out where to find it somewhere else. You have to download it from here. When you download it, what you're going to do is you're going to modify this document to look exactly like this 3-page document here. So you're going to add your works cited, you're going to do some formatting, you're going to do some page numbering, I think this is, I want to say it's MLA format, but they're going to work with you on this so that you understand how to do a research paper, how to document it, especially for those English classes. So once you've done all that, you'll click continue, and then you're going to click here and upload your document. Okay. So if I had saved my document, let me see if I can come over here and save this. I'm going to do file save as. I'm going to put it in I'm going to put it on my desktop for now. I think it's called number 2. I'm going to do something else. I'm going to put 1 just for an example. So if I try to upload that document, I know it's on my desktop. I know it's SC_WD. So I'm going to go down SCW. Okay. So that should be it, right? But the file name doesn't match what it's looking for. So it won't allow you to upload the incorrect document. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to go over here. Sorry, let me do that. Let me rename this. Is that it? Yeah, that should be. Make sure it was _2. _2. Let's see. Go back over here now. Now I can go and find it again. _2. It's accepted it. I'll submit it. It's going to check everything to make sure that it's a valid file, that there aren't any viruses attached or anything that could create a problem. And it's going to generate a report for you. In this case, I'll probably get all zeros, which is fine, because I didn't do anything. You have to go through those steps to modify the document to make it look like that at the end of the instructions. So then what you'll do is it'll tell you what your score is, and you can go through, and it's the 13 steps, and it tells you exactly what you missed. Okay, it shows you where in the document you missed it. So you can go back and modify that original document submitted, the number 2 now, make your modifications, save it again, and upload it. You have 3 attempts. So you have an original and 2 resubmissions. And so that's all there is to it. On this particular lab, you're going to learn how to add cite sources for your research paper, and you're going to learn about formatting. So you're going to get a little deeper into the menu on Word. Any questions about that? I'm going to stop sharing. So does that make sense? You guys can get out and do your research paper, you think, today, or not today, but for this week. You don't have any reading. If you haven't done the module on hardware, this is the time to do it. get it done, because in 2 weeks you're going to be working on operating systems and file management. They're not hard. It just takes a little bit of time to do it. I think it's a pretty good book. So any questions about how to go about tackling this lab now? No. Okay, well, I really don't have anything. This is just kind of a work day. I'll come back on, I mean, I'll stay here until the last person leaves. I'm fine with that. I'll come back on Thursday and open up a session. From what I understand, last week everybody wanted to make it a Q&A, and so I'll be more than happy to come in and answer questions and help you get things set up or whatever it is I can do. And I'll record it and post it out there. Last week I only had one student show up, and it was fine. I mean, I recorded it, so you should be able to see that. Does everybody know how to get to the recordings after the fact? I'm going to stop this. I'm going to go in and